There are so many things I wish Dave Matthews Band would channel from previous eras of the band. Songs, interludes, slower tempos, and more acoustic percussive driven arrangements. But this isn't the same band from 2002, and their sound has changed. But even in the Buddy Strong era of this band, I have been blown away seeing certain songs still evolve for the better. So I thought I'd create this series. Welcome to Extreme Makeover DMB Edition, where I break down some songs the band has perfectly remodeled and restored for live audiences, enhancing their impact and their message. On today's episode, we're going to take a look to see how the band demolished the original jam section of Mercy and added Buddy Strong in a Europe performance of the song to really take this to new heights.
Gotta know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
So let's start in early 2012 when the band starts playing this song on TV appearances and on stage. Up here, my first ever show, Comcast Theater, now Xfinity Theater, May 25th, 2012. They play Mercy, my first show. I thought it was cool that they switched it up from some of the loud, energetic songs to this quiet song with an extended jam session. Now, after this show, I would hear Mercy a couple more times in 2012 and 2013, and I got sick of it. Why? Because the jam section is too stale at a live show. Even though I love the acoustic percussive DMB, it was just the same piano part, some nice subtle stuff, but it just got old. And after this year, I wanted Mercy to go away forever in 2012. It came back in 2013. They had even longer versions of Mercy. Remember, Mark Whitfield was in Hartford for night 2, and it was even longer than the year before. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And I just thought that the jam needed to have a little more spice. We're going to take a little listen in to some of this jam from my first ever show. And I'm going to explain why, again, this thing just doesn't do it. So initially, this jam in Mercy is nice and beautiful. Let's listen. So there we go. We get a little subtle Tim. We get that beautiful piano sound, the bass. I always talk about Stefan. I want to hear Stefan. I hear Stefan. Carter's acoustic percussive playing is amazing. And the little mute trumpet by Rashawn, great. Perfect for this version of the band. Problem is, this thing keeps going and going. Let's keep going here. Sorry, I was falling asleep there. Yeah, this thing keeps going for another 2 to 3 minutes without any sort of pizzazz. Let's skip through this video a little further down. Let's go. So right now we're at the 427 mark. Let's go to 527. It's still going to keep going. This is too long on the same thing. And especially for these summer tours where everyone's excited and pumped up. I love the quiet moments. I fight for stuff like the Captain Reprise video I just did. But this is too mundane and boring, and it just doesn't need to go on this long. So Mercy is played full band through 2016. And I think one of the reasons that it was played less and less from 2013 onward full band is because this song, I think the band realized, hey, this jam session section is just not going to go over well with loud summer crowds. And so Dave plays it, Dave solo, Dave and Tim do it every now and then in this period, but really it just becomes a Dave solo song and Dave slays this solo. But they decide to bring it back in 2019 in the early spring months as the band heads to Europe. And European crowds, when DMB shows up, historically they don't talk as much as American crowds. And they're known to sit down and clap at the end of songs or at the end of shows. So I think the band thought this was a perfect time to experiment with the Mercy Jam outro. And this is what we get when we go to Munich, Germany, March 6th, 2019. Let's take a listen here, courtesy of the Warehouse 7 Volume 9 recording. So far, sounds very similar to what we heard before. Only main difference is Dave is playing his acoustic guitar. That's Buddy playing the keys in a more subtle, soft way. Actually, kind of like how Butch used to do, very subtle keys back in the backdrop of the band, which I love, by the way. So right there's a key change, right? We're going from C major to an A flat major. Let's listen to this. I love this because you have Tim actually noodling, kind of like what made Red Rocks 95 great, that live release, is Tim is noodling subtly behind the band. We get that Tim Reynolds here doing a little palm mute noodling on his guitar. The piano is up, but you have Buddy Strong playing some nice jazzy elevator music type piano, but it's fun elevator music. It's not the boring elevator music. And you have a talented keys player ramping up this part. Dave does a great job of trying to play the keys in the original versions of 2012 through 2016, but we got Buddy Strong. And let's listen to Buddy Strong right here. We got the whole, guys, I talk about this. I think the trumpet does not always belong in certain parts of this band. But right there, the trumpet and the sax fit perfectly in this jam. Gets me so pumped. Let's listen. You're going to hear Tim in a second get a little more build up. But what makes this great is you can play this. This is just as nearly as repetitive as the 2012 version, but you have better parts right? Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon actually the best example is he could do the same post moves and score 25, 30 points. But other players, if they did the same post move, they would just get blocked eventually. This is a Hakeem Olajuwon type jam type parts that you could play for 5 minutes and I would still be grooving and dancing. And when you have great parts, when you have a jam that has more ups and downs from the quiet da 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 to this now raise up, and they're going to go back down a little bit more quieter after this. When you have that movement with the dynamic contrast, when you have the trumpets in the sax having parts that feel like they belong in part of the jam, this is the demolition of that old rundown house that was foreclosed on years ago with the weeds growing up. And they took this thing, they flipped this house, and the original listing price was $200,000. They gonna sell this sucker for $450K. The grass is greener, and it's gonna have new it's gonna be a smart home, and it's gonna have all those lights that can be the climate control, all that cool stuff. This is such a great makeover. Boom. The build up. Tim holds his shotgun shells to the end. I'm probably saying that wrong, but he's holding his big shot to the end, and now they're gonna go to this. And that same interpolation right there, this goes back, but again, we're in A flat major. This goes back to that same playing in the C major of the original. Let's go back to behind the scenes of Mercy when it was recorded with the great Steve Lillywhite.
That was great.
You like that? Cool.
That was a nice take, Carter. There was one.
There you go. And they played that. Now, the Hartford version didn't have that, but other versions of Mercy in 2012 and 2013 had that same interpolation there. Right in the C major. The brilliance of this jam is instead of staying in the original key, Dave's is going to go to the key of A flat. And in the key of A flat, he's going to have this progression. A flat major, B flat minor, and then he's going to slide up to the C sharp major. And why is he going to do that? Because the next song starts in the key of A flat with an opening riff. There's the end of this Mercy performance in real time. A perfect transition into Satellite, which is in A flat major. That's actually one of the best transitions that I've heard probably in the last decade. Like that's like something I expect from like a Goose or a Fish. They can have half the band or part of the band playing one song and the other half playing another, and you get that smooth, fresh, seamless transition. Dave is playing the Satellite part, and the band is finishing off the Mercy part at the same. I mean, when have you ever? Maybe I've missed a show. Or I just, I've never heard anything like this. And this was in Munich, Germany. But again, I think that the crowd and the environment of Europe inspired this. I wish it would be tested out in America. Maybe it doesn't hit. But like, this is one of the things that this band should be doing every tour. Now, I know some people don't like Mercy. Again, I was off this song until I heard this version in 2019. I said, nope, don't bring it back. We don't need it. Gaucho and Mercy should stay in the 2012, 13, 14, 15, whatever, that's it. But this is gold. This is the current band. You don't need a fiddle player. You don't need Leroy Moore. God rest his soul. You can use the same personnel you have every single night. It's within realistic means to be able to pull this amazing piece of music off. And hey, Mercy and the Satellite, something in 2012 people would have rolled their eyes at, could be one of the big moments of 2023 or 2024 for this band. It's just, this is beautiful. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. Are you one of the people who loved Mercy and wanted it back? I know some people, I've heard that in the discussions on social media. Some people love this song and the beauty of it. Some people say it's a great studio song. I don't want it live. Let me know if that's what you feel. And let me know if this version changes your mind. Again, if you have Warehouse Disc, this is Warehouse 7 Volume 9. This is also on YouTube as well. Just type in Mercy Munich, Germany, or Mercy 2019, and you can hear a lower quality version of this. It's your boy Conserviz34. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos like this in the upcoming weeks, and stay tuned for my coverage of the 2023 Dave Matthews Band Summer Tour. After every show, I'll be going live. If you want to be on my show, message me, Instagram, Twitter, put a comment in here. I'm trying to talk to as many fans as possible during this summer tour after the shows to get live reaction as you walk out the venue or you get back to your house or hotel. Look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for all the love. Hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend about this DMB content. Peace.